Hi Malcha, friends, subscribe to our channel and click for the like button for the latest update. Today we're going to start with your quantitative aptitude class, and that is your class 43rd. And this has been the class that we have to discuss is your arithmetical ability, which is your we have to discuss problems on numbers. In arithmetical ability, we had done your operations on numbers, LCM and SCF of numbers, and decimal fraction, and we had done your simplification, square roots and cube roots, and then averages as well. And that is the second topic, which is your problems on numbers that we have to discuss here, where in this class only we had covered up in the last classes 24 questions of on problem on numbers as well. Today we're going to start with the 25th question of the session that we have to discuss here. That is also an important one here that we have to discuss. We'll be going ahead. Before starting with this, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. As I told you, these all are important questions that we have to solve it out, and let's go ahead for the solution for this. First we'll go ahead with the question, that is the 25th question of the session. The question is, the difference of the two numbers is 20% of the larger number. If the smaller number is 12, then you have to find out the largest one, and that is also an important one here as well. The options we have 15, 16, 18 and 20. We'll go ahead. The difference of two numbers is 20% of the larger number if the smaller number is 12, the largest one that we have to talk about it. And the options we have here, as I told you, 15, 16, 18 and 20, that we have to talk about it. And let's go ahead for the solution for this as well, and that is also an important one. Let the larger number be x here. Let the larger number be x here, and that is then x minus 2, then x minus 2 is equals to 20% of x, then x minus, that is x upon 5 equals to 12. Further it is 4x upon that we have here, which is that we have to talk about it even though, and which is 4x upon 5 equals to 12. X equals to 12 into 5 upon 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12, 5 threes are 15. So the answer we'll get is your 15. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further, which we have to discuss about it. That is also another question here, and that is your 26th question of the sessions as well. The question we have is, if 1/7 of a number exceed its 11th part by 100, then the number is, just we have to talk about it. The options we have 770, 1100, 1825 and 1925 as well. Let's go ahead for that. If 1/7 of a number exceeds its 11th part by 100, then the number is, that we have to talk about it. The options, as I told you, 770, 1100, 1825, 1925 as well. That even though we have to talk about it. And for the same we have to go ahead. Let the number be x. Then 1 by 7x minus 1 upon 11x equals to 100. 11 or 77, 7 we have taken an LCM, which is your 77. This is 4x as 100, that is equals to x equals to 7700 upon 4, and that is equals to 1925. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further, which we'll discuss about it, and that is the another question that we have to discuss here, and which is also an important one. That is the question we have is your 27th question of the sessions as well. The question is, if the sum of if the sum of 1/2 and 1/5 of the number that exceeds 1/3 of that number by 7 1/3, then the number is, this has been the question which has been asked in your CBI examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise. Options we have 15, 18, 20 and 30 that we have to talk about it, and that is also an important one with respect towards it, and with the same cases we have to go ahead as well. So if the sum of 1/2, if the sum of 1/2 and 1/5 of a number exceeds 1/3 of that number, 7 1/3, the number is, this is, we have to talk about it, and this has been asked in your CBI examination paper as well, and that is also an important one. The options we have 15, 18, 20 and 30, and let's go ahead for that same, and that we have to talk about it. So let the number be x. So then 1/2x plus 1/5x minus 1/3x equals to 22/3. Then 11x upon 30 is equals to 22/3, which is x equals to 22 into 30 upon 3 into 11. 11 ones are 11, 11 twos are 22, 3 ones are 3, and 3 tens are 30. So that is 2 tens are as your, that is 20. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Let's go ahead with another one that we have to talk about it, which is another question here, and that is your the 28th question of the section that we have to discuss here. That is also an important one. The question is, if doubling a number and adding 20 to the result, that gives the answer as multiplying the number by 8 and taking away 4 from the product, then the number is, this has been asked in your SSC examination paper. The options for this is 2, 3, 4 and 6, and that we have to go ahead, and for the same we'll discuss about it. And the question we have as follows: if doubling a number and adding 20 to the result gives the same answer as multiplying the number by 8 and taking away 4 from the product. The number is, this is being asked in your SSC examination paper, and that we even have to talk about it, and that is also an important one here. Let's go ahead for the solution for this. We'll go ahead with the solution for this that we have to talk about it, and let's go ahead for that as well. Let the number be x. As I told you, this has been asked in your SSC examination paper. Let the number be x, then 2x plus 20 equals to 8x minus 4. Further equals to 6x equals to 24, and x equals to 4 here. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further, which we'll have to talk about it, and that is the another question here. That is your 29th question of the sessions as well. On the same basis were the same, and that we have to talk about it. The question is, if 50 is subtracted from the 2/3 of a number, the result is equals to the sum of 40 and 1/4 of that number. What is the number here? This has been asked in your RRB examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise as well. So let's go ahead for that as to if 50 is subtracted from 2/3 of a number, the result is equal to sum of 40 and 1/4 of that number. What is the number? This has been asked in your RRB examination paper. Options for this we have is 174, 216, 246 and 336 as well, that we even have to get ahead. And the answer for that is let the number be x. So then 2 by 3x minus 50 equals to 1/4x plus 40, where it is 2 by 3rd x minus 1 by 4x equals to 90. 5x upon 12 equals to 90. X equals to 90 into 12 upon 5. So 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, 5 8s are 40. So 18 12s are that we have is 216. That will be the right answer for this particular question here. Now we will be going ahead further, which we'll talk about it, and that is the another question that we have to go ahead, and that is the 30th question of the session as well. The question states that if the sum of a number and its square is 182, what is the number here? That we have to talk about it, and for that this has been the question which has been asked in your bank PO question paper. That is also an important paper respect towards competition wise as well. So here, if the sum of a number and its square is 182, what is the number? This has been asked in your bank PO question paper as well. Options we have for this is your, that is the options is your which is your 15, 16, 28, 91, and none of these, and that we will have to find out for that. Let's go ahead for the solution for this as well. Let the number be x, then x plus x square equals to 182, where x square plus x minus 182 equals to 0. Further it is x plus 14, it is being breakdown out at my x minus 13, which is equals to 0. So where we'll get is your x equals to 13. that will be right answer, because when this has been the plus 1, it will go towards the 0, so that will become minus sign, and that number would not be when we are going for sum of its square is 182, so the number would not be the negative, so that is taken as x equals to 13, and that will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further, which we'll have to talk about it, which is another question here, and that is the 31st question of the sessions as well. So the question we have here is that 20 times a positive integer is less than its square by 96. What is the integer here? The options we have 20, 24, 30 cannot be determined, none of these. This has been the question which has been asking your question paper. That is also an important paper respect towards competition wise, so let's go ahead for that. 20 times a positive integer is less than its square by 96. What is the integer that we have to talk about it? And as I told you, this has been the question which has been asked in your bank PO question paper as well, and that is also important question paper, that is we have to talk about it in terms of it. So here for the same, that the options we have 20, 24, 30 they not be determined in none of these, and for that we'll have to find out for that as well. So let's go ahead for this, which is let the number be x here. Let the number be x, then x square minus 20x equals to 96, x square plus x minus 182 equals to 0. Sorry, x square minus 20x equals to 96, then x square minus 20x minus 96 equals to 0. We'll get is x plus 4 and x minus 24, which is equals to 0. So the value we'll get here is your, which is plus 4, is we'll going it and we'll find out the value of x equals to minus 4, and here it is x equals to 24. That will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead further, and that we even have to talk about it, which is another question here, and that is also an important one. So on the same cases, the question we'll get as the 32th question of the session. So the 32th question of the session that we have to talk about it. The question is, thrice the square of a natural number that decreases by 4 times of the number is equals to 50 more than that the number, and the number is which we have to find out, and that the question has been asked in SSC examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise. The options we have is 4, 5, 6 and 10 that we have to discuss here. Let's go ahead. Thrice the square of a natural number decrease by 4 times the number is equals to 50 more than the number is that we have to find out. This has been the question has been asked in SSC examination paper, and that is also an important paper. Options we have 4, 5, 6 and 10 that we have to talk about it, and which is important. Let the number be x. Then 3x square minus 4x equals to x plus 50. Further it is equals to 3x square minus 5x minus 50 equals to 0. We'll get a bracket, we'll take it as factorizing that 3x plus 10 and x minus 5, which is equals to 0. So the answer we'll get is, of course, that is being in the fraction, So x equals to 5, that will be the right answer, because this has been negative and goes towards the right side, become positive, and that is your x equals to 5 will be the right answer for this particular question here. Let's go ahead with another one that we have to talk about it, which is the 33rd question of the sessions as well, and that we will have to talk about it as well. So in the same cases, the question is the sum of a number and its reciprocal is 1/8 of 34. What is the product of the number and its square root? This has been asked in hotel management question paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise as well. So let's go ahead. The sum of a number and its reciprocal is 1/8 of 34. What is the product? That is, what is the product of the number and its square root? That we have to talk about it, and this has been asked in your hotel management question paper as well. The options we have 8, 27, 32, and none of these, that we have to go ahead as well. So in the same cases, we'll go ahead. Let the number be x. Then x plus 1 upon x equals to 34 upon 8, which is equals to x square plus 1 upon x equals to 34 upon 8, and that we have here further, which is 8x square equals to 34x 8x square minus 34x plus 8 equals to 0. Further it is 4x square minus 17x plus 4 equals to 0. Further it will break and factorize 4x minus 1 and x minus 4 equals to 0. Minus 4 it will go towards 0, that is it will neglect 1 by 4, and that x is a natural number, so 1 by 4 we will be neglecting it out, and that will become, so the answer we'll get is x equals to 4. That will be the right answer for here, but we'll have to put the value for this. The required number equals to 4 into under root 4. Under root 4 is your 2, so 4 into 2, that is equals to 8. The answer will be, the required number is your 8 here. That will be the right answer for this particular question here. Let's go ahead with another question that is also an important one, and even though that we have to talk about it as well. Let's go ahead with this. The question is, that is the 34th question of the session. So the question for this we have here is that 2/3 of a positive number and 25 by upon 216 and its reciprocals are equal. So the number we have to find out. This has been the question which has been asked in your SSC examination paper. The options we have 5 by 12, 12 by 5, 25 by 144, 144 by 25. So let's go ahead for that as well. 2/3 of a positive number and 25 by 216 of its reciprocal are equal. The number we have to find out. The options we have 5 by 12, 12 by 5, 25 by 144, 144 by 25, and this has been the question is being asked in your SSC examination paper, and that is also an important paper respect towards competition wise here. And for the same sake, we'll have to find out, let the number be x. Then 2 by 3rd x of upon 25 by 216 into 1 upon x. Further it is x square equals to 25 upon 216 into 3 upon 2, which is equals to 25 upon 144. That is equals to x equals to under root 25 upon 144. So we'll get 25 का रूट है 5 and 12 का रूट है 144 का रूट है 12 here. For 12 12 is 144. So that the answer will get 5 upon 12. That will be the right answer for this particular question as well. Now we will be going ahead further, which we'll have to talk about it, and that is your 35th question of the sessions as well. And that the question we have: find a positive number which when increased by 17 is equals to the 60 times the reciprocal of that number, which we have to find out here. So let's go ahead for the same, and that we even though have to discuss here. So find the positive number which when increased by 17 is equal to 60 times the reciprocal of the number that we have to talk about it. And this has been the question which has been asked in your IMT examination paper, and that is also an important one. The options we have 3, 10, 17, 20, and on the same behalf of it we have to find out for that as well, and which is also an important one here. So let the number be x then x plus 17 equals to 60 upon x. Further it is x square plus 17x minus 60 equals to 0. Break it out, factorize it out. X plus 20, x minus 3 is equals to 0. So that the answer we'll get is x equals to 3, because the number will be not be in the negative, that because it is the number that is your the natural number, we talk about it. So on the same cases we'll go ahead further, which we'll have to talk about it, and that is another question here, which is the question is your that is the 36th question of the sessions here. The question is: a positive number when decreased by 4 is equals to 21 times of that reciprocal of the number, and the number is, the options for this we have 3, 5, 7 and 9. So let's go ahead for that. A positive number then decreased by 4 is equal to 21 times the reciprocal of the number. So the number is, this is we have to talk about it. The options for this is 3, 5, 7 and 9. On the same cases we have to go ahead as well. So for the same we have to go ahead, and that even though we have to find it out, we can say that. Let's go ahead for that same, which is let the number be x then x minus 4 equals to 21 upon x. Further equals to x square minus 4x minus 21 equals to 0. It will factorize my x minus 7 and x plus 3 equals to 0. So x equals to 7 will be the right answer for this question as well. Now we'll go ahead with another one which we have to talk about it. That is another question here, and that is your the 37th question of the session as well. The question is: the sum of a positive number and its reciprocal is the thrice the difference of the number and its reciprocal, then the number is. The options we have under root 2, 1 upon under root 2 or root 3 and 1 upon under root 3 as well. So we'll go ahead, and that we'll have to find out. The sum of a positive number and its reciprocal is thrice the difference of the number and its reciprocal, the number else. This is the options we have: under root 2, 1 upon under root 2, root 3, and 1 upon under root 3 as well. That even though we have to talk about it, so for the same we have to go ahead for this. Let the number be x, then x plus 1 upon x equals to 3, x minus 1 upon x equals to x square plus 1 upon x equals to 3, x square minus 1 upon x, then x square plus 1 equals to 3x square minus 3, 2x square equals to 4, x square equals to 2, and x equals to under root 2. That we have as an answer here. So the answer we'll get is your under root 2. Now we'll go ahead further, which we'll talk about it. That is your another question, is your 38th question of the sessions as well. The question is that the product of two natural number is 17, then the sum of the reciprocal of their squares is. This has been asked in your that is your SSC examination paper. The option we have is 1 upon 289, 289 upon 290, 290 upon 289, and 289 as well. So we'll go ahead for that. The product of two natural numbers is 17, then the sum of the reciprocal of their squares is. This has been asked in your SSC examination paper as well, and that for that same case we have an options here, and that even though we have to find out for that as well. So let the number be, so we will go ahead here only. Let the numbers be A and B, then what they had given you is AB equals to 17, A equals to 1, and B equals to 17. So 1 upon A square plus 1 upon B square equals to A square plus B square upon A square B square, which is further equals to A is your 1, the 1 square plus 17 ka square upon 1 into 17 square, and that is equals to 290 upon 289. That will be the right answer for this particular question as well. We'll go ahead with 39th question of the session that we have to discuss as well, and that is also an important one here, and that even though which is important as well. Let's go ahead with that. Let's go ahead with another question, that is the 39th question of the session as well, that we have to talk about it. The question is, if 2 1 by 2 is added to the number and the sum multiplied by 4 1 by 2 and 3 is added to the product and then dividing the sum by 1 1 by 5, the question becomes 25, and what is the number here? This has been asked in your RRB examination paper, and that we have to talk about it. The options we have 2 1 by 2, 3 1 by 2, 4 1 by 2, and 5 1 by 2, and that is also an important one that we have to discuss as well. So let's go ahead for that. If 2 1 by 2 is added to a number and the sum multiplied by 4 1 by 2 and 3 is added to the product and then dividing the sum by 1 by 5, the quotient becomes 25. What is the number that we have to talk about it, and this has been asked in your RRB examination paper as well. The option is 2 1 by 2, 3 1 by 2, 4 1 by 2 and 5 1 by 2 here. So for the same we have to talk about it, and even though we have to find it out as well. So let the number be x, then 4 1 by 2, x plus 2 1 by 2 plus 3 whole upon 1 1 by 5 equals to 25. This further equals to 9 by 2, x plus 5 by 2 plus 3 whole upon 6 by 5 equals to 25. That is equals to 9x upon 2 plus 45 upon 4 plus 3 equals to 25 into 6 by 5, which is equals to 30. Then 9x upon 2 equals to 30 minus 57 upon 4. That is further equals to 9x upon 2 equals to 63 upon 4. X equals to 63 upon 4 into 2 upon 9 equals to 7 upon 2, and that is equals to 3 1 by 2. That will be having as an answer here. So the 3 1 by 2 will be the right answer for this particular question as well. We go ahead further, which is the 40th question of the session, that even though we have to talk about it. The question is, three numbers are in the ratio 4, 5, 6 and their average is 25. The largest number is, the options for this we have 30, 32, 36 and 42. Let's go ahead for that. Three numbers are in the ratio 4 is to 5 is to 6 and their average is 25. The largest number is this, we have to find out. Option is 30, 32, 36 and 42, and that even though we have to talk about it. Let's go ahead for that. Let the number, because they are being in the ratio, so it will be 4x, 5x and 6x. Then 4x plus 5x plus 6x upon 3 equals to 25. So 5x equals to 25 and x equals to 5. So largest number equals to 6x, and that is 6 5s are 30. So that answer we get is 30 here. We'll go ahead further, which is another question we have to talk about it, and that is the another question is your 41st question of the sessions as well. The question we have for that is another question that we have to talk about it. So let's go ahead with another question, and that is the question is, three numbers are in the ratio 3 4 6 and their product is 1944. The largest number of these numbers is, options we have 6, 12, 18 and none of these here, so that we have to talk about it. Let's go ahead for the same. Three numbers, that is your three numbers are in the ratio 3:4:6 and their product is 1944. 24. The largest of these numbers is, this has been the question here, and that even though we have to find out here, though that is the largest of these numbers, we have to find the options. We have 6, 12, 18, and none of these, and for the same we have to find out here as well, and on the same cases we'll go ahead to find it. Or let the number be 3x, 4x, and 6x. Then 3x into 4x into 6x is equals to 1944. They had given you 72. X cube equals to 90 in 44. X cube equals to 27. So x equals to 3. So largest number will have equals to 6x, and that is 6 3s are 18. So the answer you'll get is your 18 will be the right answer for this particular question as well. We'll go ahead further, which we have to talk about it. That is another question we have, and the question is, two numbers are such that the squares of one is 224 less than 8 times the squares of the other, and if the numbers that we have, if the numbers be in the ratio 3:4, then the numbers is that we have to find out. We have to find out the numbers that we are. So let's go ahead here. It is 42th question of the sessions as well. So for the same we have to find it out as well, and that we have, then two numbers are such that the squares of one is 224 less than 8 times the square of the other if the numbers be in the ratio 3:4, then the numbers are, we have to find out. And for the same we have an option for this particular question here, and the options that are as follows is your 6, 8 and 9, 12. Then we have 12, 16, and none of these. For the same we have to find out for that. So let's go ahead for the solution here, and that even though we have to talk about it. So for the rest of the question we have here, let the numbers be 3x and 4x. Then 4x square equals to 8 into 3x square minus 224. 16x square equals to 72. X square minus 224. 56x square equals to 224. X square equals to 4, and x equals to 2. So the numbers are 6 and 8. That will be having as an answer here. Now we will be going ahead with another question that we have to talk about it, which is the 43rd question of the sessions as well, and that even though we have to talk about it, which is to be as follows. The question we have here is the 43rd question. As I told you, the question is, two numbers are such that the ratio between them is 4:7, and if each is increased by 4, the ratio becomes 3:4, 5. The larger number is, the options we have 36, 48, 56, 64. Let's go ahead. Two numbers are such that ratio between them 4:7. If each is increased by 4, the ratio becomes 3:5. The larger number is. Options we have here for the same is your 36, 48, 56 and 64 that we have to even to discuss about it, and even though which is also an important one here. So let the number be 4x and 7x, then 4x plus 4 upon 7x plus 4 equals to 3 upon 5. 4x plus 4, this has been the cross multiply, it will go here and it will go here, so plus 4 equals to 3. 7x plus 4, x equals to 8. So larger number equals to 7x, that is 7 8s are 56. That will have as an answer here for the same. We'll go ahead with another question that we have to talk about it, and which is the another one, that is your the 44th question of the sessions as well, that even though we have to talk about it. And on the same cases, the questions we have here, the solution we can say that we have here is on the same cases, the question is that the sum of the three number is 264, and if the first number be twice the second and the third number be 1/3 of the first, then the second number is. This has been the important question because this has been asked in your RRB examination paper as well. The options for this is 48, 54, 72 and 84 here. So let's go ahead for the same, and that we'll have to find out for the solution for this as well. So the sum of three numbers is 264 if the first number be twice the second and third numbers, that be 1/3 of the first that we have. So here the same, that is the third first here, and that is the number we have that we have to talk about it. So the first number will be twice as I told you, and the second number, and the third number be 1/4 of the first, and then after that, then the second number we have to find out, then the second number. So on the same second number that we have to find out here, and this has been the question which has been asked in your RRB examination paper, that is also important paper. The options we have is 48, 54, 72 and 84 that we have to discuss here, and on the same cases we'll go ahead for finding it out here, which is, let the second number be x, then first number equals to 2x, and third number equals to 2x by 3. So here 2x plus x plus 2x by 3 equals to 264, which is 11x upon 3 equals to 264. X equals to 264 into 3 upon 11, then it is equals to your 264 है, तो 11 was 11, 11 was 22, फिर बचेगा 4, so 11 was 11, 11 2s are 22 and 11 4s are 44, 24 3s are, which is we have, and that is 72. Okay, so that will be the right answer for this question, and that we have to go ahead as well. Now we'll go ahead further, which is another new question that we have to discuss here, and that is also an important one on the basis that we have to discuss. Let's go ahead with the 45th question of the sessions here. So on the same cases, we have here the question that we have to discuss here, which is the 45th question of the sessions as well, and that the question being asked here. The question is, the sum of the two number is 22. 5 times one number is equals to the 6 times the other, and the bigger of the two number is. This has been asked in your CBI examination paper, that even though we have to talk about it, and that is also an important one. The options we have is 10, 12, 15 and 16 for the same. So let's go ahead for that. The sum of two number is 22. The sum of two numbers is sum of a number is 22. 5 times one number is equal to 6 times the other. The bigger of the two numbers is. This has been asked in your CBI examination paper. That is also an important paper respect towards competition wise. So options we have 10, 12, 15 and 16 that we have to discuss as well. On the same cases, we have to go ahead, and that is, let the number be x. Let the number be x, and 22 minus x, then 5x equals to 6, 22 minus x, that is equals to 11x equals to 132, x equals to 12. So the number are 12 and 10 that we have as an answer here, that we will have to complete it down as well. Now we will be going ahead with another new questions that we have to discuss here, and that is also an important one on the basis, and with the same differences towards this. This is the next we'll talk about, and that is will be the last question of the sessions as well, and that has been asked in bank PO question paper here. The question we have is 46th question of the session here. The question is, 1/5 of the number is equals to 5/8 of a number. If 35 is added to the first number, it becomes 4 times of the second number, and then the second number is that we have to find out here. And on the same cases, let's go ahead, and that we have even though have to find out here. So that on the same cases, this has been asking you bank PO question paper here, which is important. So let's go ahead with the question. 1/5 of a number is equal to 5/8 of another number if 35 is added to the first number, it becomes 4 times of the second number. The second number we have to find out. The second number is, this has been the question which has been asked in your bank PO question paper as well. That is also an important one. Options we have 25, 40, 70 and 125, and on the same cases we have to go ahead for that, and which is to be as follows. So let the number be x, and y, then 1 by 5x equals to 5 by 8y, which is equals to y equals to 8 upon 25x. Now x plus 35 equals to 4y, x plus 35 equals to 32 upon 25x, which is equals to 7 upon 25x equals to 35. So x equals to 35 into 25 upon 7, 7 7 5s are 35 and 25 5s is 125. So second number equals to y plus 8 upon 25x, 8 upon 25 into 125, 25 ones are 25 and 25 that is we have is your 5s are is 25, so 8 5s are is the answer we get. The second number will be the 40 here, that we have to complete it, and that is also the important one here. Now we will be going ahead further, which we have to talk about it, and that is the another question here, which is the 47th question that we have to discuss here in the next coming classes. So we will be ending it up here as well, and on the same behalf of it, there are many more questions that we have to discuss in terms of problems on numbers, and that is also an important one. So before ending it up, it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe to our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even you can also enjoy the video as well. Other than that, if I'm going ahead here in the detail about it, we had completed your sociology and software engineering. Other than that, we talk about it. So yes, we had started with the chemistry for the class 12 NCRT, which is we had completed there in unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5, unit 6 and unit 7 we are dealing with. After that we talk about it. So yes, the reasoning we had covered up. In that we had covered up the verbal reasoning, which is general mental ability, and the logic reasoning. In the non-verbal reasoning, we had completed your series analogy, classification, analytical reasoning, mirror image, water image, embedded figure, completions of incomplete pattern, figure matrix, and then we had started with the another topic, that is your which we had done is your that is on the different topic that we had done here. So after that, if I'm talking about in the next coming class, we'll have to start with the paper folding we had completed, and paper cutting we have to start with that. So hopefully the half of the things on the reasoning we had more than half, 75% we had completed in reasoning. In terms of quantitative aptitude, so I tell you about that quantitative aptitude has been divided into two parts, which is this is your the arithmetical ability and the data interpretation. In arithmetical ability, if I'm going ahead, so here we had completed the operations on numbers, SCF and LCM of numbers, decimal fraction, simplification, square roots and cube roots, average, problem on numbers, problem on ages, surds and indices, percentage, profit and loss, ratio and proportion, partnership, chain rule, time and work, Python system, time and distance, carbon trains, verbs and stream, allegations or mixture, simple interest, compound interest, logarithm, area, volume and surface area, races and games of skill, calendar, clocks, stocks and shares, permutation and combination, and probability to discount, bankers discount, height and distance, odd man out and series as well. In section 2, we have to cover up the data interpretation. We have to cover up tabulation, bar graphs, pie charts and line graphs as well. So here we'll be ending it up, and it's a huge request from my side to all the viewers to please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on the comment box. Thank you.